I am so grateful.
We are extremely pleased that you are here to get your weekly fix with MAYBEE and Freedom on Get With The Program podcast. Oh, sorry, I didn't give you your chance to say your little part. My bad. Do you forgive me? We're feeling extra fucking spicy today, you guys. I hope you're fucking ready, man.
Yeah, it's going fucking down.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a good show.
So, you all right? You good?
I've had a really fucking rough week. Not going to lie. Keeping it real because that's what we do around here today. Woo! Yeah.
Let's start this out. What you grateful for, though, in this moment?
I am so grateful for God. I am so grateful for God. God literally is the only reason I'm here, the only reason I'm sane, the only reason why I even smile most of the time. No, not the only reason, but God is everything to me. And I'm not just saying that. Like, I'm being totally serious. And I'm really thankful for myself because I have done the work and I have grown tremendously. And I went through some shit this week that was really hard and I could have lost my shit and I did not. And I'm super proud of myself.
Gave yourself flowers?
Yes. I'm also super, super grateful for the small amount of real, true friends that I really have that I can be open and honest and vulnerable with and cry my eyes out to and be honest about what's going on in my life because I didn't always have that. Not that I didn't always have that. I didn't always allow my friends to be that, right? I was always Miss Independent, can handle everything on my own. I don't need you. I got this. And now it's just not like that. And it feels really good to be able to let people be there for me. I don't have to be sick in my secrets. I don't have to hide how I'm feeling. I don't have to be like, oh, everything's fine, you know? So I'm super grateful for that. Super grateful for my kids and my parents. And I was saying this morning, it feels weird to say that I'm grateful for my parents when all my life up until 2 years ago, I was only had my mom in my life. And actually today, exactly 2 years ago, I saw my father's face in person for the very first time. I found out on May 1st, 2021 who he was. And then today, 2 years ago, I actually met him for the first time. So I'm so grateful that I know both of my parents, Siri. Yes.
Technology be listening, huh?
Yes. And you know what? I am so grateful for our viewers and our listeners and our supporters and for you and CMCM. And I'm just grateful for everything, even the hard shit, even the stuff that has like brought me to literally my knees this week. I'm grateful for because I know good things come from contrast. If you don't know what contrast is, it's a challenge. It's shit that's hard. You know what I mean? How about you, Freedom? What are you grateful for this week?
Oh, man, I'm grateful for actually today.
Today.
Because this is just about today.
Just for today.
I'm grateful
we only
for
have today.
My life. I'm grateful that I woke up this morning and woke up with a piece of sanity. I'm not out there ripping and running the streets insane like I used to be. And I'm grateful for just stillness.
Yeah.
Being still when I know I want to move. And grateful for my community, my friends and family, everyone that's watching the show, everyone that's tuned in, everyone that's been supporting me and supporting us along this journey. Super grateful for our guest that we have on the show today.
We have a guest?
Yes. We have a guest.
We have a special guest on our show today.
Hey.
And we will introduce her shortly.
Oh, yeah, we will. We will.
Yes.
She's very special. And super grateful for her family. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm blessed today.
Yes, you are.
On a different level because of all the challenges I've overcome. And because I get to be there for people like you, friends like you, when you're going through some stuff, I get to be there. I get to answer the phone call today. I don't, normally if I were out there ripping and running the streets, I wouldn't be in this position to be able to be of service to someone else.
Amen.
So
thank you for always answering my phone calls and my messages and inspiring me and encouraging me, listening to me cry.
Always.
Talk shit.
I got you.
I know you do.
I got you.
And I believe you.
Yeah.
That's really cool for me because there's a lot of people in my life that I didn't really believe or that I couldn't believe,
So we're going to focus today primarily around mental health.
Yes, mental health. It's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Since it is May, we're approaching some really tough times in our country for our youth, especially. Mental health runs deep in families. It runs deep in communities. It runs deep with addiction at times. And I myself have suffered from mental health. And today we have a special guest that we'd like to bring on the show. And she's here right now. She also has come through the Surviving the Odds Project music program.
She's graduated the program. She's one of our mentors. She's come back twice to help out youth in the next phases of the program. And she's also released her very first album. Oh my gosh.
Recently.
That's amazing.
And so I'm going to introduce Rena Hodgkinson, and her artist name is V-ANNH.
Hi.
Go ahead, girl. What's up? What's up, V-ANNH? What's happening? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Me.
Welcome.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be here? Are you nervous? Are you
I'm
excited?
a little nervous.
Are you sweating a little bit?
Actually, no. I'm kind of like I'm chill right now.
Okay.
It's nice.
Okay, good. You can feel the fan.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Keeping me cool.
Yeah, nice.
But I'm really grateful for you guys. Thank you for bringing me here.
We're grateful for you for surviving the odds, graduating the program, believing in yourself, following your dreams, putting an album out.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
21.
Yeah.
And you've already lived one of your big, huge dreams.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing. Not a lot of people can say that. You should be very proud of yourself.
I am.
Good.
I'm very proud of myself for that.
Good.
And I
Good.
couldn't have done it without John, though. Or without Freedom. Sorry.
Oh,
That's
That's
right.
all good.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, but you were in position to do everything. Remember that. You showed up.
Yeah.
Because we can't do anything alone.
No.
We need each other. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got a question for you. What was the greatest thing that you took home from the program?
Honestly, I think the actual lessons that I learned, and also just like all of the knowledge that I have from the actual program now of like also just how to make music, and seeing that there's like so many other people out there that are like going through the same shit you are.
Yeah.
'Cause like I know like throughout the classes, like both times we would just have times where we just like talk about the shit that was going on and helping each other out was really dope. So I think having that like group is so needed, especially like now, especially this year.
Yes.
So it's really dope.
When you said especially this year, what about this year in particular is like big for you?
I feel like just in general with how the world is going, everybody needs like some kind of support right now, because like everything's so fucked.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So
Yeah.
could you say that music was one of the things that helped you heal?
Oh yeah, it's definitely given me so much to just like I can let anything out I need to, like with my music, and it's the best feeling in the world. Because like for the longest time I didn't have like a therapist, which I have one now, but that was my therapy for like the longest time, and I still use it. Like I play my piano every day. I sing all the time, just like by myself.
Nice. I love that. I love that.
But I mean, it's like therapeutic. It's the best thing I have.
That's
is
awesome.
my music. Yeah,
So you also released an album, right?
I did. I released it with you. You were there with me. We were in the studio at the school.
Yeah.
And it was like almost midnight. We were there till.
Oh my God, we was recording so late. I was trying to get you to pump it out.
Yeah, you're like, let's get this shit done. We're gonna do this tonight.
Like, we releasing this damn album ASAP.
Yeah, because we waited for like months.
Yeah.
And then I was finally like done with everything. We finished like mixing everything and like getting the order set up. And when we were sitting there, I was like, oh my God, it's happening. Like, this is real shit.
What was that experience like?
It was like euphoric. It was like the best thing ever. I was like, I made this and it's like out there now. Like people can like listen to it and see it.
That's
That's
awesome.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And you also had some music videos too, I
I
believe,
did.
right?
I did, yeah. Both of them were with you.
Yeah, and you've performed and
Yeah.
performed at a couple of venues and gotten yourself out there, got some notoriety from a lot of people.
Yeah. It's dope. I love it. I love every single second of like being able to just, you know, like perform and like do what I love.
You want to tell everybody how you got your name, your artist name?
You know, a little bit. I mean, okay, because it's kind of like a inside joke for the V, and then the rest is just like it's my middle name and the like initial of my last name for Ann. So it's not like a whole like huge shocker thing of like this whole entire backstory to it. There's no lore to it. It's just it's there.
Yeah.
And I use it. So
Yeah. So I know that it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and you touched on it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
About some of the things you're seeing a therapist, obviously. How did that come about?
You know, this year so far has been real bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been struggling for quite a while, and I finally, you know, talked to my mom, and she was like, we're gonna get you some, you know, we can get you some help now because we're in a place where we can do that. And it's, you know, I feel like the moment I like actually called and I was like, I need to like schedule like something, I need to get like help like now.
Right.
And like I actually had like scheduled meetings like through
Never mind me. Go ahead.
like scheduled meetings like every month with my therapist, who's a sweetheart. I like as soon as I had everything done, I was like, oh my God, like I've been struggling for like the longest time
Right.
without any real like help, and now I'm like having it.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually getting like I'm starting the healing process, and this is like amazing. Like I was crying because I was so happy about it because I'd been needing it for like so long.
What do you think was one of the main things that pushed you into therapy? Was it stuff that you were dealing with at school, being bullied or anything like that, or?
No, I mean, I think it was mostly just the fact that like I just wasn't motivated like for a really long time. And this was just recently too. Like I just lost all of my motivation, and I'm like, I really just don't, you know, I can't. What am I supposed to do with my life? Like I
Was it based around a relationship?
maybe.
I mean, you don't have to expose it, but I mean,
a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
it, you know, it was really hard because I mean we were together for almost like a year and a half.
Yeah.
But it was just to a point where we were just so mentally drained, and like we just couldn't do it. And I think that was like the big part of it, where I was just like, I don't have the support from like my significant other, which is like something you need.
Right.
And that's where I think I hit like my lowest, because I was like, I don't really have anybody
Yeah.
right now.
Mm.
And you know, I was like, I think I actually need to start getting myself some help.
Yeah.
Like that was the point where I was like, I need to do something before it gets to a point of no
Right.
return.
When you felt like you didn't have anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you felt alone, you're like, I don't want to feel alone anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got the help, and
I guess we need to get you back in the music studio, right? We need to open up those doors for you
Let's
and let
go.
you go in there and vent some more,
Let's
right?
go.
Let's
Right?
go.
Because I mean, you
I'm
were on
ready.
fire. Like you are one of the youth that I worked with that was like literally on fire.
Yeah.
You know, and it was inspiring to watch because I know what could come out of this.
Yeah.
You know, and I had an amazing time working with you.
Oh yeah.
An amazing time.
It's wonderful to work with you too.
Yeah.
We always have fun.
Yeah.
There's never like a dull moment in the studio whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I would love to come to a studio session sometime.
Yeah.
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 We need to get you on a track. We need to get you on a
Hey,
track.
I might be able to sing and I just don't fucking know it. Like I said, I used to think that I was a singer when I was a little girl, and I told everyone my name was Crystal Melissa. That was my name. You'd
Why?
be like, hi.
Why?
They'd be like, hi, what's your name? And I'd be like, Crystal Melissa, and I'm a singer. I'm famous. And then the initials for the TV station here are CMCM. Tell me that's not meant to be.
Hey, it's a sign, you know.
It's a sign. Ooh.
Everything's a sign if you look at it the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel it is. This transition into this whole thing was way too easy. It's definitely meant to be.
Yeah.
So
do you live here in Marin, or
Yeah.
what's going on now?
I mean, I'm still in Marin. I don't plan on really leaving anytime soon. You know, I'm good here until I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm ready to like get out, which I think is pushing the point because it's like too expensive.
So are there what challenges are you facing right now?
You know, I think the only real things that I'm facing is just like actually getting through the process of healing.
mm-hmm.
Is the big thing. Like actually facing my trauma.
Yeah.
Has been a real kicker in the face for sure.
Yeah.
Just like
Mm-hmm.
having like talking almost every month about like different things that are happening and like having myself go back into that moment is like it sucks.
Yeah, it brings you right back to
Yeah.
those feelings, and like it's happening all over again.
Yeah,
Yeah. But that's how you heal through it.
exactly.
You know, if you don't face the things that you're avoiding, they're always going to come up in some way or another. And it's really powerful that you're at your age that you're at and you've already gone after this sort of help,
Mhm.
because that's really brave.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are like, nope, I don't want to face my demons. I don't want to face my trauma. I don't want to look at myself. I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to trust someone. It's too much, because healing is painful.
Yeah.
People sometimes think healing is, you know, fancy baths and like massages and yoga and all this stuff. And yeah, you can do that stuff because you should learn how to take care of yourself in healing, but it's painful.
Yeah.
But that's how you get through it, is getting through that pain and experiencing that pain and understanding why that happened, or why you went through that, or why you feel the way you do about whatever the situation is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I'm going to.
Good.
You know, because talking about that, it's like I know a lot of people who are like, I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to, you know, talk to any therapist. I'm fine on my own. And then they bottle everything up, and it's like you'll explode at some point or another.
You said something
Yeah.
key right there.
Yeah. I mean,
Bottled up.
it's completely like you shut
Yeah.
that cap, you put wax on it, kind of bottled up.
Ooh.
Cameron Jordan, are you listening to that?
Cammy.
Cammy.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that? What she
Bottled
just said?
up.
Bottled up. Say that again.
Bottled up.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's no
We-
coincidence.
That should be a
here on the
song.
show.
No.
No,
We
I'm
will
just playing.
we will definitely
Let's do it. Let's make it. Let's make it.
we will definitely be talking about bottled up in the near future.
Oh yeah, most
Absolutely.
definitely. We will give her.
Just remember that, you guys.
We will be giving you the platform, Cameron Jordan.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I remember there was something special about you coming into Stop, right? And how excited you were when you first came in.
Yeah.
Right? You were one of those youth that I saw from the beginning that had something special, right? You had something, a story to tell. And when we shot your music video, Make It Through, right? That was kind of cool because your mom was a part of that.
Yeah. That was a big thing.
What was that experience like?
That, you know, I didn't expect it to be like so. I don't even know how to explain it. It was it was kind of surreal, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like I was expecting like just me and myself and
Right.
you,
Right.
obviously, because you're in the song. But like actually like having her there and like acting that out, and like it's all not like acting it out
Yeah.
almost, because there are things that actually happen. So it was really weird,
You're reenacting.
but yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There's the word.
reenacting.
That's it.
Yeah. So what's the name of the song again?
Make It Through.
Make It Through, and that's on your album that
Yeah.
you just released. And is it about your mom?
It's about pretty much my parents, both of them,
Oh, okay.
and some of my family.
And is it like about resentments that you had with them, or what's
So basically the song itself is pretty much just coming to terms and, you know, being like, I made it through all of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that I can get through something that's like way worse.
Ooh, you just gave me the goosebumps, girl. Yes.
Like if I can get through like
yeah.
what, like 15 years, 16 years at the time.
Yeah.
That's how old I was. If I can get through like 16 years of just constant traumatic events,
Yeah.
anything is, I'm able to get through anything else.
You have made it through 100% of your bad days.
Yeah, exactly.
Already. Yep.
Just me, myself, and I.
You have built your capable toolbox.
Yes.
You're building it still.
Yeah.
You have so much.
I'm still so young.
You are. You have your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know the reason why I asked about the experience with your mom is because I noticed that your mom had a really, really hard time
Yeah.
towards the verse that I started rapping on the end of the song. And when we shot the music video, I noticed that she had something that looked to me like a spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
You know, and me being in recovery, knowing what that looks like on someone else, you know, how someone else can just be like taken by like God or a higher power, or, you know, I witnessed something very special happen to your mom that night.
Yeah.
And it was really special to me. It was special to you. We talked about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you understand what just happened? You know, do you
Yeah.
remember that talk
Yeah.
we had? I was
think
like,
I literally think that moment is in the video.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
is
moment.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She started crying. She broke down
Oh
and
my
like,
gosh.
oh my God.
Bless her heart. I love her so much.
And it was just
Yeah.
a special moment for everyone that was witnessing this video being shot, you know? And I was like, I have to leave that in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's raw
Yeah.
emotion.
Yeah.
Yes. I love
Like,
that.
you couldn't make that shit up. You can't make something like that up.
No.
You know, she really felt for what her daughter was trying to put out there,
Mhm.
what you were saying in your music. And that form of therapy just like opened up pathways for you, I'm sure, and for her, and for the healing process to begin even deeper between you and your mom.
Yeah.
Sure, right?
I think that was like the moment where she like, after hearing the song and like actually like filming it, I think that's when she kind of realized like what was actually happening, like what I was going through.
Yeah.
Like actually hearing everything, acting things out, like actually going through the motions of it.
Mm.
I think that's when it finally like really hit, like, oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
And this is what's really important. Like, I always try to stress the importance of, like, as parents, we need to listen
Yeah.
more.
Absolutely.
Because our kids are trying to tell us something, right? Our kids are trying to tell us something. And sometimes, I mean, I'm not perfect and I have my flaws and everything when it comes to parenting, but I know there's like a fine line that when a child is trying to say something, we need to listen. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what can an actual child really lie about, honestly? Other than like little things, you know, if they
Yeah.
don't want to get in trouble, but like serious things, like,
Oh yeah. Well,
you know,
I'm trying to get your attention.
fucked up things.
well,
Yeah.
I
that's a different story.
I have had an experience where a young child did lie about something so they didn't get in trouble for what they did. And they ended up telling the truth later and there was witnesses and stuff. But you're right. When a child is of a certain age, like I'd say 5 and under, they don't know really how to lie.
Yeah. Like it's
their
different
job
if
to
it's-
be honest.
Yeah, if it's different when they are actually trying to lie to get out of trouble, but if it's
Right.
like something like that's traumatic to
Yeah.
hear from a child,
Yeah.
how can they come up with that shit?
Yeah.
You know? Like
yeah.
I think it's really important to, you know, be there for your child and like
Yes.
not, oh, you're a child, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what tired is, you don't know what depression is. Like you don't know what you're talking about. You didn't see this, you didn't see that.
Please
Like,
let us know what we can expect from you in the future with your music. Please tell us also maybe what some of your goals are in the future and like just, you know, what you're going to be doing from here on out.
yeah. So for music, I really want to get back into it because it's been a few years since we made anything, and
Yep.
I have a few things that I have like sampled already and that I like. So I want to get back in the studio soon to get some stuff pumped back out so I can get back in the groove of it. So probably within this year, I'll have something out.
Okay.
hopefully.
Yeah. Well, studio's open.
Yeah.
Studio's open.
Yeah.
We ready.
Okay.
All right. And then we were just talking about this, but I honestly don't really know what I want to like do right now. I never really wanted to go to college because I don't want to be in debt for the rest of my life.
Good idea.
So you're 21 right now, right?
Yeah, I'm 21.
What was that like?
What was what like being
Turning 21.
My birthday?
What? What'd you say?
Her turning 21.
Yeah.
You just turned 21 in February.
In February.
Yeah.
I went out to dinner with my mom. We went to it was a nice little restaurant, and I had my first drink there with her.
Hey, mama.
And,
Hey, mama. Hey.
Was that the first time you ever drank in your life?
No.
Okay.
Obviously, like if I went to one specific friend I have, if I go to like family parties, if it's like a social thing and I'm safe with the family,
Mhm.
then I would have had like a little bit of something, but never anything to get me like
Okay.
completely messed up for the rest of the night.
Okay.
But the first time I actually did get messed up was after I turned 21.
Nice.
I saved that. I saved that experience.
Good for you.
You know, for when
Not a lot of people can say that. I
Yeah.
sure can't.
What?
I sure can. I was like 13 the first time I got wasted. I remember the first time I got drunk. I was sitting on this couch and I had a little white tank top on and I had a little kitten right here. I drank Mad Dog 2020. Ew. Yuck. Disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember like looking down at my shirt and I'm like, oh, I spilled. And I looked up and walked. I think I'm drunk. Because I never been
The
drunk
moment of
before. So
realization,
yeah,
it
I
becomes so real.
yeah, I never knew what it felt like. So I was just like, oh shit, I think I'm drunk. And I remember I liked the feeling and I should have known then that I was an alcoholic. But it's okay. But I'm really glad that you saved that experience because not a lot of people can say that. And you got to share that with your mom.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. It was nice.
And I'm really glad that you said that you're not sure exactly what it is that you want to do in the future because I think we put way too much expectation on younger people to like figure their whole fucking life out the minute they turned 18 or before they graduate high school even. Like I have changed my mind so many times. I'm 38 and when I was your age, I had a almost 2-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my son when I was 23 and I changed my mind a bunch of times before then. And definitely since I had my son to now, my vision for my life is completely different.
Yeah.
You know, so that's okay. Don't ever let anybody make you feel bad about that. Just always follow your intuition.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So what's next? I mean, I heard that beautiful song for your sister you wrote on your album.
Oh, Brianna.
Yeah.
For my lovely sister.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in, I want to say 8 years.
What was
Wow.
What was her take when she heard the song?
She loved it. I
Yeah?
sent it to her. She was like, oh my God, I'm crying right now. I miss you so much.
Did we sit up for hours making that beat? Or
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
We stayed up until I want to say like 2 in the morning.
2 a.m. making that
with
beat?
Tayshawn.
Oh yeah, Tayshawn was there too.
yeah.
Tay Weezy.
Tay Weezy.
Hey, he gonna be on the show soon too.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll bring you back for that
Yeah.
episode. Yeah.
It'd be good to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. We need to have a mentors day.
Yeah.
How
that would
old
be
is
great.
your sister? Is she older than you or younger than you?
She's 23, 24, I want to say. I think she just turned 24.
Did she move away?
She moved when we were little kids.
Oh,
Her
okay.
mom moved them away.
Oh.
They've been moving like everywhere since
Okay.
as long as I can remember. We only got in contact like I want to say like 4-ish years ago. Is when I like actually like got to hear her voice for the first time again, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Oh.
You know, and we keep in touch like all the time.
Yeah.
Like we used to be like inseparable as kids. Like if I was staying at my grandparents'
Yeah.
house and she'd come over, I mean, we were like best friends.
What was your relationship like with your dad?
Up until I, couldn't see him much anymore, I kept a pretty solid relationship with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously for the last few years before everything really settled in with the drug addiction and homelessness, I could say that he was one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And
And that was him. He was
yeah.
the one that was addicted to drugs and homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think that did to you mentally?
Mentally, I had a moment where I was like, I'm finally old enough to understand what's going on, and it's scary to understand it. You know, like, I feel like my whole perception of this person I grew up with my entire life, I've known my entire life, I've looked up to this man, is completely just flipped and turned into a 180. You know, like, everything I thought could have been true may have been false. You know, like, I feel like I don't know him anymore.
Yeah.
But I still held on to, you know, I still had love for him because he was my dad. And obviously that had a lot of, I couldn't see him. I wasn't allowed to see my dad, you know, unless I saw him randomly, you know, when he was homeless, which was, you know, always felt really happy to see him because I wasn't allowed to if it was, you know, I want to go see dad, you know, we want to plan a day to, you know, catch up. Not allowed to do that. So whenever I got to see him, it was like a good start to my day because it was normally in the mornings if he would catch me before I'd get on the bus.
And we know that young girls need their fathers. You know,
absolutely.
So I witnessed a lot of stuff with you when you were writing that song, and like when you asked me to write a verse on there, you know, I was just like, I wrote that. I remember writing that verse, and then you said, "Oh my God, how did you tell the story?" Like it was like perfect, right?
It was like I was completely just like, how did you do that? Like, did you pull that out of your ass? You know, like, what just happened? I like, that was like so cool to like actually like, that was the moment where I was like, I want to work with this guy for like
nice
ever.
I love that.
You know?
Yeah. What advice would you give a young girl who maybe is going through what you experienced? I mean, listening to you say that, I'm trying to not get too emotional, but my daughter is going to be 19 next month, and her dad is just like your dad right now. And it's really hard for her most of the time, and she doesn't get to see him at all. So I know that there's a lot of children out there. Kids get caught in the middle of addiction constantly, and it's heartbreaking.
They need to get with the program.
They need to get with the
program. Parents
need
to get with the program.
Absolutely.
Those drugs don't love you. Those streets don't love you. The alcohol don't love you. Your kids and your family love you.
Hey.
Yep.
So what would you tell a young girl that, like, yourself, you know, what the time that was the hardest for you? Like, what age do you think?
I want to say when I turned 12 or 13.
Okay, so thinking about your 12 or 13-year-old self, what would you say to her right now?
That none of it is her fault.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
None of it is her fault.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like, you could not have possibly caused any of what's happening right now. Anything that's happening is between your parents.
Yeah.
None of it is on you.
You are so awakened.
Good.
You know? Like, I feel like with a lot of parents, they want to place blame on their children, like, if they can, you know? I've seen a lot of that, of just like, this is your fault. This is happening. This is your fault. And that's not the case, because what is that? How did that happen? You know, like, that's just not reality. Like, I anybody who has experienced that or is experiencing it, it's never their fault ever.
Yeah.
Like, you're just living. You didn't ask for it. That's not your fault either.
Yeah.
You know?
When John and I were, Freedom and we were talking about a certain thing that we worked on, you know, through recovery. And it's a thing where you write down a resentment that you have towards someone, what happened, how it affected you, and your part that you played in that. And one of my resentments I had towards my own mom growing up was that she was an addict and an alcoholic. And there was other things that happened. And I would say to my sponsor, what was my part I played in that? And she would say, you're her kid. That's it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. Not that I did anything. It's just to be able to place yourself in that resentment takes the power out of it. And it takes like the anger a little bit out of it that you have towards that person. So. Yeah.
And then I remember, like, you know, going to your dad's funeral with you.
Yeah.
Your family asked if Melissa and I, my wife and my son, would join you guys. You know, how was that experience for you? I mean, burying a father that you barely even knew, you know?
Yeah, that was probably one of the most heartbreaking things. Just, you know, I remember waking up that morning and just, like, I felt nothing. I couldn't, like, I got ready. I put a smile on my face because I felt like I had to. And I just felt despair.
Yeah.
Is the only thing I can really remember. Is just I felt like everything had fallen apart.
Yeah.
In such a short amount of time. Like, I still remember, like, the day that I was told that he passed. Like, I was at school. I was at the school.
Yeah.
It was a short day, like a study day, where they get out at like 12.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having one of the worst days ever. Like, I just knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
I just couldn't focus. I felt sick.
Right.
And my mom came to pick me up and she said, your brothers are coming over for dinner tonight. We're going to have a dinner together and probably watch some movies. I got some desserts and stuff. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And they came over and sat me down. And as soon as I was told that my dad was found, as soon as those words came out of my mom's mouth, every single thing afterwards was just an echo. Like, I can still hear myself just crying because it was like the hardest thing I think I'd ever had to hear.
Yeah, when you
life.
say, I mean, the reason why I asked that, or why I even brought that up, is because, about the funeral and everything, because, like, I'm getting, like, goosebumps, man. It's, like, emotional for me because I remember getting a text message from my daughter a couple days after Father's Day one year. And I was holding a resentment against her because she didn't text me on Father's Day, and I felt like, it's your fault, you're not texting me. And, I was so far gone. And she texted me something really special. As a father, we don't want to look at this, the wrongs that we do, right? Or as a parent. She said, on this day, I didn't feel like you were my parent, my dad. She said, I don't want to bury my dad right now. Yeah. And that, for me, was like something that was huge. Like, I knew in that moment that I had to make some changes. Because this is affecting not just me, but other people. Yeah. And my children, that I love so dearly. Yeah. So I in that moment, it was enough for me. And for some, their kids aren't enough. And I want you to know that you've done so much beautiful work on yourself, and to just hear where you're at, for you to say that none of this is my fault. It takes a lot of healing and a lot of therapy and stuff behind that. And I'm probably sure you're on medications, right? Yeah. Behind this stuff, right? Yeah. I mean, exactly. Because you can't get through
antidepressants right now.
Right? So. And and some of us, it takes what it takes, right? And you are not that person that,
Yeah. I'm not the person I was, yesterday. Even I'm I'm still growing, and I'm going to continue to grow.
Right.
I'm going to continue to get better, and I mean the same goes for everybody else.
Yeah.
It's, if you're truly working on yourself, then you have nowhere to go but up.
Yes, amen.
Super proud of you. Super proud of you. Seriously, like, you've come so far.
Yeah.
Huh?
She gave me goosebumps when you said that.
Right?
Yeah. Do you know how many young women you're going to inspire after they watch and listen to this show?
I hope I do.
You will. At least one, and that's enough.
Women need empowerment all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a feminist.
If there's one thing, if there's one gift that you had, if you had one wish from your community, from, like, say, if someone can make your dream happen, what would the dream look like for you? Like, what would, if you had a dream that you wanted to come true? what would that look like?
Like anything in the world.
Anything in the world you want it to happen right now for you?
Honestly, I don't really want much for myself. I mean, other than like of course I want to get better, but I'm already like starting to do that. But I mean, just God.
Anybody you want to meet?
Anybody I want to meet. Oh man, I have a few people I want to meet.
I mean, blurt it
You
out.
have a celebrity crush or something?
Pedro Pascal,
Who's that?
We're about making dreams happen over here, so come on.
Mandalorian.
Meg Lauren?
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Have you ever seen it
No.
on Disney?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Do you know Star Wars?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Do you know Star Wars?
I know a couple.
I never watch TV. I don't really ever watch movies.
That's
I
fair.
fall asleep.
I barely do myself.
Yeah. And I never remember names of anything. If I see it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I saw that. But, yeah, I'm going to have to look it up.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit tapped in to try to make a dream happen. So, so you let me
Wait,
know.
who is that? Let me write this down. Wait,
Pedro
hold-
Pascal. I have the fattest crush on him.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that, perro?
Oh my god. He's literally like, I love him so much.
How
like,
do you
if
spell
like,
his name?
P-E-D-R-O.
Okay, P-E-D. Oh, I know Pedro. Okay.
Yeah.
His last name. That's right.
Pascal. So Pascal.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
What does he do?
He's an actor.
What?
Yeah. He's a big time actor. He was in Mandalorian, which is like a Star Wars it's a show. I think they have a few seasons out on like Disney Plus right now.
Oh, what?
And then he just did, oh my god, I shouldn't get into this tangent, but I'll keep it short and simple. But there was a video game series, The Last of Us, that I grew up with, and you know, they recently just made it into a TV series, and Pedro Pascal was in it. And I feel like that was just like the perfect like actual thing he could have like ever.
Yeah.
Because it's on HBO.
Yeah.
So if you ever wanted to watch it, it's The Last of Us on HBO. It is worth it. Watch it.
That's what's up.
You know, and this isn't sponsored. Just, but like I saw him like in a few other things, but seeing him on The Last of Us and playing that, I was like, oh my god, like, I'm in love.
Oh, I know.
Amazing.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's Chilean.
Yeah. And he's super funny. Like if you watch like
Oh, he has dimples.
yeah, he's
Get up off of him, man.
He is
amazing.
handsome.
He's so handsome. And like
Give me the name one more time.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro, you hear that? We need you, bruh.
Perro.
Oh my god.
But-
Yeah, but
Hey, you know what?
if you
He-
watch his interviews, like he's like one of the funniest fucking people on earth. I love
He
him.
looks funny.
Yeah.
What?
Don't be saying that.
No, he does. He looks like he's funny. He kind of looks like a cross between the pirate guy. Why can I never remember his freaking
Johnny
name?
Depp?
Johnny Depp and Ashton Kutcher.
Really?
Like in a weird way, yeah. A little bit. Tiny bit. Like look at those two
I think-
pictures.
I love him. He's so cute. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He's so adorable.
He is adorable. I
Yeah.
love his dimples.
Yeah. He's a cutie pie.
I want to.
I'm probably biased because
Is there any last things that you want your viewers or anyone watching the show, any of your fans out there that's been listening to your music, anything you want to tell them about mental health or about what you're going through today?
And he's an Aries, by the way. You like Aries?
I do.
Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry,
Aries-
John. I mean, Freedom.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But honestly, if there is anybody that's like watching this and they do listen to my music, I love you. That's incredible. Like I don't know how many people like listen on a daily basis or if they just, you know, but I love you. You're great. You're amazing. You're doing well.
Did we already say where we can find her music?
No, I don't think so.
How can we find your
Yeah,
music?
how can we listen to your music?
You can find my album on YouTube, on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. It's
Okay.
Fearless by V-ANNH.
Okay, and spell V-ANNH for us.
V-ANNH.
And then tell us your Instagram handle.
My Instagram is RENA_DUHH.
Rena, duh.
Rena, duh.
Anything else we should know
Get with
about?
the program.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
Red?
It's always been my favorite color, red.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Since you were like a little girl.
Since I was a little girl.
Nice.
Yeah. I love everything. I want to dye my hair red again, actually.
Do you want to say anything to your mom?
I
know
love
she's
you.
a huge part. I know your mom is a huge
Aw.
part of who you
Yeah.
are right now. Do you want to say anything to her?
She has been my rock, like
Mm.
especially for the past like few months, just like being there for me, helping me get help. I love you with all of my heart. You are literally, I could never have asked for anybody better.
Oh.
Like we worked on our relationship heavily, and I am happy with where we're at today. I love her very, very much.
Ooh, girl. My daughter just moved across the country to North Carolina a month ago, this coming up Monday,
Oh, wow.
and I wish I could hug her right now.
Yeah.
And we have had a really tough relationship, and it's gotten better, and we've worked on it and stuff. So to hear you say that to your mom,
Yeah.
woo! I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
I want to thank
You only get
so
one mom.
much.
Yeah.
We want to thank you for coming on to our show tonight. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. This was a huge honor to be able to reconnect with you and to be able to reopen some doors for you.
It's so good to see you again.
Yeah, you
And
too.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Very sweet.
We're forever friends.
Yes.
You're stuck with us.
Oh, good. I'm
Yeah,
excited
good.
for that.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And thank you for being vulnerable. Vulnerability is a superpower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It is.
Oh, one last thing.
Yeah. What's up?
Anyone struggling with mental health, what would your advice be?
If you have people close to you that you can trust, open up to them. I promise you that there are people in your life who will be there for you to support you. And I'm still working on that today. Just like opening up to people that I trust. It's a game changer. Like it, you know, people will show you support and they will, you know, help you if you need it, if you want help. I think is the biggest thing. If you want help, go for it. Get the help that you need.
Amen.
You know, because if you don't, you're just going to be stuck in an abyss for
Yeah.
the rest of your life, and that's not what you deserve.
For people who don't know what an abyss is, can you give us a definition?
A definition of an abyss for mental health is pretty much you're completely in the dark at all times. It's just you feel like you're in a void.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know, you're stuck. Like there's zero gravity, you can't really do much. You're just kind of floating there. I feel like that's
That's a good definition. I like that. And that's a terrible place to be for anybody.
Yeah.
It's lonely. It's scary.
Yep.
Isolating.
Nobody deserves to be there.
No, nobody.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Same.
You know, that place sucks.
It does. I'm glad you're not there.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here with us.
Yes, I'm very glad to be here with you guys.
Yes. On Get With The Program podcast.
Yes.
Awesome. We're going to take a little break. And we will see you shortly back here, right here on Get With The Program podcast with MAYBEE, Freedom, and
Hey, V-ANNH.
V-ANNH. Why do I keep want to call you Vina? I don't know why. Maybe because of the Rena.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
V-ANNH. V-ANNH, V-ANNH, V-ANNH. All right. Okay. Thank you for being here. I love
Thank you
you.
for having us. I love you guys.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we are back from our little breaky break. We got some food brought to us by Freedom's wife, Melissa. So, thank you, Melissa, and little John. They are awesome. We are full. We got some new brain cells. That's exciting.
Yes, yes.
So that means I get to tell you guys about my fuckboy of the week.
Ooh,
What? What are we doing?
We're doing fuckboy of the week, you know?
with V-ANNH live on the show.
Yes. And this is a staple in our show, by the way, just so you guys know, because I've got several of these messages. Okay, fuckboy of the week is going to go out to, we'll call him Rob. We'll call him Rob.
What's up, Rob? You want to say what's up to Rob?
So Rob says, "Hi, pretty." I said, "My name is Miranda." He said, "Hi, I'm Michael from Texas. What about you?"
Michael from Texas.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I said, "What are you messaging me for? Like, let's get to the fucking point. What do you want?"
As you should.
Yes. We don't waste any time. He said, looking for a real legit sugar babies. I can help pay college students, pay bills, 3,000 a week allowances, Cash App only, spoil her with like money emojis and shit. Beautiful. Can you be my sugar baby? I'm ready to help you. And you're going to get paid weekly. I'm not interested in any nudes. Just chat with me every day and you're going to get paid for that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I will be sending you $5,000 a week allowances in Cash App. I put hella laughing faces because that shit's funny. Like, you think I'm dumb? You think I'm going to fall for that fucking scam? That's a scam. Like, who do you think I am? I just, whatever. Anyways, I put hella laughing faces. I said, you got the wrong one. He put a laughing face back and said, why you laughing? I said, I'm laughing because you must think I'm a dummy. I just look like this, honey. Good luck with your scam, but it ain't going to work over here. God bless you. He said, laughing my ass off. Oh, my God, you think it's a scam? I said, bro, with the emoji with the sunglasses on. And he says, YH. What does YH mean?
YH?
Yeah. You're hilarious. Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
Someone tell us what YH means. One of you young
You
people.
hoe.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be
Okay,
shocked,
we need to know
honestly.
from you young people with all the fucking acronyms. What does YH stand
It's
for?
one of those two for sure.
Yeah. So Michael and anybody else who tries to come over here and scam me with that bullshit, it ain't gonna work. Okay, like I'm gonna fuck with you back. So thank you, fuckboy of the week. There are your flowers.
What was his name?
What did I call him? Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Michael from Texas.
Oh, Michael from Texas. Thank you so much for being a part of the show tonight, buddy.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, the reason I do that is because literally every day I get messages like that are just ridiculous. So
So if
Yeah,
you got
we
any
gotta share 'em.
messages,
I don't have any messages, but I do have some Tinder tea.
wait,
Ooh.
what? What'd you
Yeah.
say? You got what?
Tinder
I have Tinder tea.
Okay.
What?
So, you know what Tinder is.
No,
It's a dating app.
I don't know what Tinder is.
Don't lie to me.
He's so
I
lying
don't
right
know
now.
what Tinder is.
What? You're tech savvy and you don't know what Tinder is?
I don't know what Tinder is. I've never even heard of it.
Tinder is a dating app.
It is a dating
Wait,
app.
we're giving
You guys
but
really think I'm that damn dumb?
Wait,
Like, I am
we're
on
giving,
Tinder.
We're giving Tinder free
I'm just
promo
joking.
right now.
Like, okay, so
Tinder, we're looking for sponsors.
yeah.
Hey. Anyways, go.
I saw, like, you know how I was telling you guys about how, like, the bar that I go to has, like, a karaoke night
Mhm.
every week that I go to. So I saw one of the people I used to go to high school with there. And she had somebody with her who was, like, snuggled up with her and, like, being lovey and all that. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And I saw that girl on Tinder. Literally, I was like, was that just like a fling or is this like actual tea? Like, is this actually something that's happening right now?
Tinder, you made a real freaking love match, and Miss Rena witnessed that shit.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I have the worst dirt on this person now. Like, obviously I'm never going to use it,
Yeah.
but you know.
Good thing we don't say names over here.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're a fuckboy. Okay, well, we need to wrap up the show. It has been a pleasure to have you on the show. I think this is probably going to be one of our viewers and listeners' favorite episodes.
Yes, by far.
Yeah, and I love that you and John have such a special bond. I'm sorry, Freedom. I've called you John way too many times today.
Yeah, y'all calling me this John. I mean, that is my name, John Wallace, but my artist name is Freedom. I like to go by Freedom on the show because
Yeah.
this is MAYBEE and Freedom.
Yes.
Yes.
But
my bad.
I'm giving y'all a free pass.
Yeah. Freedom's giving free passes today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We trust
Knowledge
you.
is free. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust freedom.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, evolution, right?
Yeah.
We're evolving as a whole, as a world, as a community, and it's happening fast and at a faster pace than we expected because we're going into the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about revolution. And
Taurus.
this is not about you right now, Freedom.
Taurus.
This is about Aquarius right now.
Taurus.
And you can't box in an Aquarius. So we're about to have, like, the humanitarian way of the world is coming to us.
Yeah.
So
What y'all talking about, Willis?
anyways, thank you guys so much for today. I needed this so bad selfishly.
It's all good.
Just saying.
That's what we're here for, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. In the right ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are going to wrap it up and say goodbye. It has been a pleasure to be here today. I think this has been a therapy session for all of us, and we all learned something, and it made us all closer. And I'm really happy with this episode. Say your prayers. Yeah.
And have a good night.
Have a
Thank
good
you
night.
for tuning
Sweet
in.
dreams. Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah.
Happy Mental Health Month.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.